Hi everyone! I'm back from my yearly break that I promised won't happen, but then I just vanished for a few months. Guess how long I will stay before I do another unannounced break? Comment down below. Well, there was no particular reason. I was just a little bit burned out, and Total Drama is kinda dead, so there isn't really much to talk about. Also, I have another channel that got a little bit relevant the past few months, so I have been more invested in that one. Also, I have real life work, so that takes a lot of time too, and YouTube is just a hobby, and I think that real life is more important than hobby. Anyways, this is not about me, so let's stop yapping and go to the Total Drama Island Naughty or Nice list. Since Christmas is approaching, I thought this was a fitting video to make as I made one similar last year. So, how we are gonna do this is very simple. We are gonna look at each contestant's time on Camp Wawanakwa and see if they were naughty or nice. We are only gonna count what happened in Season 1, so what they did in action or world tour does not count, because I might do part 2 and 3 of this series with those seasons. Also, before you continue watch, try to guess in the comments who is gonna be naughty and who is gonna be nice, and see how many correct you will get. With all that said, let's start, and how about we do a fun transition? So let's start with our first boot, which was Ezekiel, and let's just say this moment was when he fucked up. By just looking at this picture, you might think he did something horrible, but he just said a comment. However, that comment was very sexist and how men are stronger than women and blah blah blah. If Twitter existed during that time, he would get cancelled, so I'm gonna put him in naughty. But I have to say that he is not mean, malicious, or anything, he just hasn't seen the world, I guess, with how he was grown up. And you can see in the special episode that he did some self-reflection and now respects women much more, as he wanted to team up with Lindsay and Beth and help them find the money. So I still have to keep him there in naughty, but he is leaning towards nice. So keep it up, Ezekiel, and you might join the nice list in future seasons. Spoiler alert, that won't happen because he might be going crazy. So next is Eva, and just by remembering her, she was always angry, like non-stop. Seeing her smile felt unnatural because she looked so forced it got weird. So let's go down memory lane of Eva's journey. She arrived at the island, and the first thing she did was throw her bag at Cody's feet. Then she tried to attack the host. I mean, it's Chris, but still. She then got a temper tantrum because she lost her MP3 player. She then almost killed Courtney after her elimination. And when she returned, she directed all her anger at Bridgette. Like the whole team voted you out, but you are only mad at the girl when the boys also voted for you. See, she is just giving hater vibes, not for the girlies, so therefore she is gonna be in the naughty list as well. Fun fact, I like Eva in action and world tour. I know that's so random because she was barely there, but she was funny. As someone who is not on the Noah bandwagon, I do not like Noah in Island, so I'm confused by his huge fan base. I understand if you like him on the world tour, but on the island, that's questionable. But this isn't about how much you like him or not, it's about if he was nice or not. And he actually wasn't. He was irrelevant the first 3 episodes except that ear kiss. We got you in 4K, buddy. But during the dodgeball game, he was not supportive at all to his team, and then he got mad that they lost and voted him out. Like, make that make sense? Why are you blaming them when you did nothing? And that's another one to the naughty list. So far, not a good start, but let's take a look at our next contestant, which is Justin. Let's see what he did in his time on Total Drama Island to determine if he was naughty or nice. Well, would you look at that? There was nothing going on because he was barely on or talked. I mean, he saved a bush from burning up the whole island. That's good, right? We love someone who cares about our planet. Like, go Environmental King, you deserve the nice list. But honestly, he didn't do anything mean or bad, so I can't put him on the naughty list to begin with. I know he played some tricks on Sadie and Katie during the special episode, but he just had to because they were too annoying. And it's not his fault they fell for his good looks, so I will let that pass. Now we have Katie and probably Sadie as well, because let's be honest, they are practically the same person. But both of them are very nice people, supporting and always cheering on their team and each other. Who wouldn't want a Sadie and Katie in their friend group? I mean, yes, they had a little spat with each other and said some mean things to each other. But they are best friends, and it was just between them. Fights between friends happen all the time, so I will let that skip. and it just lasted like 5 minutes. Then they became besties again. Also, they care about each other so much, like they can't even be separated without the other one becoming depressed. So that's why they are going on the nice list. Next up, we have Tyler, and in this case, I judged him based on how he was as a boyfriend to Lindsay. Because let's be honest, he didn't do much else in Total Drama Island. But my judgment says that he was a very good one, as he picked Lindsay over the challenges. Now, if his team lost in the dodgeball challenge, he might have been the one eliminated that episode. But he did it for Lindsay, and that is all that matters. That means he would risk his time on the island for her. And that is true love. You guys might say, well, he only likes her because she is pretty. Well, that is not true, because even with her bummed up face, he still chose her. That means that he loves Lindsay as a person and not just because she is pretty. That's dedication right there, and we love a caring boyfriend. So Tyler, you are going straight into the nice list because you are a wonderful boyfriend. Okay, so Izzy is a weird one. She wasn't mean or anything, but she wasn't overly nice as well. She was just crazy. Like, she did some weird stuff like scaring her team in a bear suit or almost killed everyone in a fire. But her intentions were never malicious or anything. It was just an Izzy thing. So I'm thinking about her nice moments, and there aren't many because she didn't interact much with people. Mostly with Chef. I mean, she did help the other team win by giving them advice. Not the smartest thing, but it was a nice gesture. Also, hold on. Wasn't she wanted by the military or something because she exploded something? Like, I'm looking through Google and it says she is the 8th most wanted criminal on the RCMP list. And I'm here trying to figure out if she is naughty or nice. Girl, you're going straight into the naughty list. Maybe even jail. I don't know why I was so confused by that one, sorry guys. I just forgot about her being a wanted criminal. Now on the outside, you might think that Cody is this cute and innocent kid, but don't let him fool you. Cody is a naughty, naughty boy. Although he didn't do anything mean like say or hurt anyone, he did some questionable things when it came to Gwen, like smelling her hair. He was young, inexperienced, and probably hit puberty, so he was curious. But the boy needs to learn some respect. However, after learning that Gwen likes Trent instead, he actually does decide to help them get closer. He even risked his life in that quicksand just to help Gwen, which means that he can accept that she might not be into him romantically. Just being her friend is good enough. In the end, Gwen likes Cody and thinks he is one of the sane ones on the island, so I guess we can skip over the naughty Cody and put him on the nice list, in the bottom at least. However, I'm keeping my eye on you for the future seasons. I won't let you go so easily. Despite being in Heather's little trio with Lindsay, Beth didn't really participate much in it, mostly because she barely had screen time, and she was like the third wheel in that trio. It was never about her. She didn't really participate in Heather's plans and was just bossed around. But then she had enough and stood up for herself, and we love that for her. And that was a good moment for her character. And yes, she did shoot Heather, who was on her own team, but it was justified after all she has been through, so I won't drag her down for that. Also, the Boney Island statue thing and the whole curse plot, that was not intentional, so I won't count that either. And taking a look overall, she was pretty nice, so she will go on the nice list. What do you think so far? Which list do you prefer? Courtney's one is a little bit weird because she started off as this very polite and mature girl. I would even say that she was the leader of the killer bases. But the more Duncan was all over her, she kind of got infected with the Duncan virus. And we can see she became, I don't want to say a naughty girl, because that's a weird thing to say, but she became a little bit mischievous. And ever since she got eliminated, she has been filled with hate, mostly against Harold. I mean, I understand her and she is justified to feel like that, but the nice Courtney is now gone. She is now the bossy control revenge-seeking freak that Duncan loves. So I'm gonna put her on the naughty list. Right now I would say she is kinda in the middle leaning naughty, but in the future, girl, you will never see that nice side again. About Harold, he was misunderstood and picked on because he is a nerd, and that's not his fault. Overall, he was nice. He was in a tough position though, as he was always being bullied. He had to defend himself. We do not support bullying on this channel. So #stop bullying and support Harold. With that said, Harold, you are not innocent because you cheated. Bullying is not okay. Neither is cheating, and that's what you did.
We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
And how much did that help you? Not much, because you just lasted one episode longer. As someone who loves reality TV, I always want it to be fair, and everyone should follow the rules. So cheating is a big no for me. Therefore, you are going in the naughty list, but just on the edge. Like you are 51% naughty and 49% nice. Okay, so this might be a little bit personal since I don't like Trent, but we have to even out the list a little bit. There are too many nice people so far. Overall, Trent was super good throughout the season, both as a person, but also a boyfriend to Gwen. However, there is just one moment that makes him bad, the kiss with Heather. First of all, it was Heather's fault because she kind of forced herself on him. But why did you choose to believe Heather and get mad at Gwen? Let's take a look at the scenario again. Heather is saying that Gwen is saying all these mean stuff about him. Again, Heather said this, aka Gwen's biggest hater, and you choose to believe her. Then she kissed you and you called Gwen out in the confessional. Let's turn on our brain, Trent. You don't find that suspicious?
Wow. Turn this on. Turn it on!
You don't want to clear the air or something. You don't want to talk to Gwen about it? No? So therefore, you are going into the naughty list because you are dumb. Sorry. Now we have Bridgette, and just look at her. There is not a single mean bone in that body. She radiates positive energy and could probably be a yoga teacher who loves matcha tea. I have no idea what that means, but she just gives off that kind of energy, and we love that. I don't think she has any enemies from Total Drama Island except Eva, and that's a Eva problem, not Bridgette's fault. Everyone loves Bridgette because she is so nice. So, surfer, animal, dolphin queen, of course, she is going straight into the nice list. Maybe even in the top level. Yes, she bonked Ezekiel in the head on time, but can you blame her? He was creepy towards her, so she had every right to do that. Time for our blonde princess, Lindsay. So, Lindsay was also in this Heather trio with Beth, but unlike Beth, Lindsay was way more involved in the scheming and plotting. The thing is, at first she thought this was a good idea, but then throughout the season she kind of figured Heather out. And some of the plotting they did was quite bad, and she knew it. But our girl was held hostage by Heather. She was always threatening her if Lindsay would ever betray her again. And have you seen Heather? That girl is scary, so I do understand you, Lindsay. You gotta stick with her, or you would be bald. But other than the Heather stuff, Lindsay was so nice. Despite being associated with Heather, people still liked Lindsay. As Leshawna said when Lindsay walked down the dock of shame, they would keep her if they could. So if the cast thinks Lindsay is nice, then she goes straight to the nice list. Now let's move on to the next contestant. And what do you think of the list so far? Which side do you prefer, the naughty one or the nice list? Okay, for DJ, he was gonna go 100% into the nice list, but then I remembered that he was a part of the Harold bullying squad. But then, again, it's DJ, and he wasn't really the one pulling the strings, so I'm not gonna label him as a bully. He has like 100 other positive and good attributes. Those will overwrite the bullying, so DJ is nice. Now I'm confused because I said no to bullying, and here I am making excuses for DJ, who is a part of the bullying, and trying to redeem him. But I can't call him a bully because it's DJ and he is just too nice. You know what? Let's blame the writers, because why was DJ in that little trio? It was so out of character for him, and now I'm confused about my rating. How about I let DJ slide this one, but not the other guys? Does that make sense? Okay, so I was originally gonna put Geoff on nice, but then I wrote about Harold, and similarly to DJ, I remembered that Geoff was an active participant in the Harold bullying. And I said no to bullying, so I gotta stick with that. So Geoff, you are gonna stay in the naughty list. The thing was, when I looked back into Geoff's time on Total Drama, it was mostly positive and funny moments, and he was like one of the nice guys, right? And then I really thought about it. Why did Duncan and Geoff, the main bullies, get such a good edit, and Harold a very bad one? Did the writers want us to side with them or something? Because when I was young, they were the reason I thought Harold was weird. But growing up, I realized they are the mean ones. Am I the only one who was thinking about that? Anyways, that's what these party dudes do. They use their loud and fun personality to cover their mean girls' behavior. So Be careful out there. Only because someone looks fun, they might not be that in real life. And Geoff, he is a perfect representative of that. He almost fooled me, and because of that, with the bullying, he is a naughty boy. However, I do want to say that he was a very good boyfriend to Bridgette, but this is not a boyfriend tier list, so let's move on. Now it's time for our queen, which is no one other than Leshawna. She stood up against Heather. Having the whole cast be scared of Heather, Leshawna was one of the few characters that went against her and made her a hero instantly. The thing with Leshawna is that she is a loyal person, so don't mess with her friends or she will get you. We can see that in the episode where Trent and Heather kissed, where she got so mad because they messed with her girl Gwen, so she went around the whole island and spilled your tea. Leshawna ain't playing, and that's why Trent got eliminated. In the end, they just got tricked by Heather, so that backfired. However, the intentions were good, and that's what matters. She is also someone who cleanses evil and gets rid of demons and evil spirits. We can see that in episode 10 where she locked Heather into a fridge, preventing the evil to get out and spread around her team. Just kidding. I think Leshawna is an awesome person and friend and really cares about her people. I know she might have said some things, but that's just how she defends her people, so that's why she will be on the niece list. Next up is someone who has been in juvie. He is a delinquent and a bad boy. Take a guess. Is he on the naughty list or the nice list? Use the brain. Now you have 7 seconds. Okay, time's up. If you guess naughty, you are correct. If you guess nice, at least you don't judge people by their appearance. I mean, if you saw this guy with a skull and piercing and this ugly green mohawk and thought he is on the nice list, then bless your heart because you are a good person. I mean, what more can I say about Duncan? He was written to be this bad boy. Obviously, he is going to be on a naughty list. Reminder that we are just talking about the first season, so anything All-Stars related does count. If I did a compilation of all the naughty things Duncan did this video would be 1 hour long, so instead, let's just go to the next person. Next we have Heather, and any guesses where she goes? Of course, it is the naughty list. I mean, are we surprised? I mean, what can I say? Just anything she did was mean, so like what specifics am I gonna mention? How about we do something different for Heather? Instead of pointing out all the mean things she did, let's see if there are any qualities or things she did that can maybe move her up to the nice list. So let's take a look at all the nice things Heather did.
Be nice.
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
Okay, so maybe that won't happen. Yeah, Heather, you are gonna stay on the naughty list. To be fair, she is the main antagonist of the season. So, who is shocked? Anyways, comment your favorite Heather moment, and I might give the comment a heart because that means that you have at least made it this far in the video. Moving on, we have Gwen, and you might just think that she was emo, gloomy, and negative, so she is going to the naughty list. I'm not the biggest Gwen fan, but I gotta defend her here. Her miserable attitude was justified. The girl did not want to be there. She got scammed and was forced to stay on that island. And I do not blame her for hating most of these people because they were crazy, annoying, weird, and loud. Being around people like that and the fact that these are strangers to her and the camera is on the whole time, I would be annoyed too. And despite not wanting to be there, she did her best and played the game, and that's good. She was nice throughout the whole season. She made real friends and even got a boyfriend. Yes, she was mean to Heather. But can you blame her? Did you remember all the things she did to Gwen? She publicly humiliated her by reading her diary on national TV. I would not be happy about that either. So Gwen, you are gonna be on the nice list. Okay, so I know this is gonna be shocking, but Owen, he is going to the naughty list. I know, a surprise to most of you all, but hear me out. Personality-wise, Owen is a fun and very nice person. There are no ill intentions in that body. However, him walking around naked and farting everywhere is disrespectful and disgusting, especially the walking naked part, hello? You had no consent to show all that to me and the other contestants. Just someone walking around naked is gonna make me so uncomfortable. I don't care if he was dreaming. Get those dreams under control, because what are you dreaming about? Also, mind you that this happened in episode 3. He is a complete stranger to these people. This is a big no. Speaking of consent, he also kissed Duncan and DJ just like that. I mean, we love gay power and representation in cartoons, especially in the early years. But they clearly did not approve of that with how uncomfortable they looked. Also, it wasn't just one kiss each. It was like 3 on Duncan. Maybe I'm just judging too hard, but I just need any excuses I can find to put him on the naughty list. Now let's talk about the farting. I know Owen eats a lot, and that his digestive system is not the best, but you gotta keep that in and let it out somewhere else. I'm not gonna let this slide only because of your personality. Just farting and gassing constantly in front of people is disrespectful, because no one wants to smell that shit. You didn't only do it once or twice, you did it so much that it became a part of your character. Like you are known as the farting guy, and that is not a good thing. So you are gonna stay in that naughty list. So, that was my naughty and nice list of the total Drama Island cast. Do you agree or disagree? Comment down below and see how much we think alike or not. And if you want another version of this video, maybe the action season or the other casts, comment down below too. I might do it if the demand is high. That's the video, and I hope you liked it. I have no idea what to do right now when it comes to YouTube. I do want to continue on the Winter Games series, but I'm just burned out. I don't want to draw. It just takes too much time, and I did it too much. I burned myself out. Maybe now that I have taken a break, I might get into it again. I just don't feel like drawing and animating right now. Also, I need to upgrade my equipment soon. I have an iPad Pro and a laptop, which works fine, but I'm afraid to do too much on them because they might explode or something. So I'm waiting to get something new, and I might be able to try some more advanced stuff, which will bump up the quality of this channel, because now we are using presentations to do these videos. Like girl buy a editing software or something. This is embarrassing. Anyways, see you soon, and bye.